What's up, boys? You're going to get a fired up video here because I just recorded this 13 minutes and 26 seconds and the microphone was fucking muted. But I was going, man. I'm ready to do this again. I'm pumped up. So this is a question I got from Royal. He sent in a question. It's a great question. I think everyone is going to benefit from this answer. He said, hey, reaching out for some advice or thoughts. I'm having a hard time fitting everything into my day, even with the schedule, because of another giant life event, finding a house. How do you juggle so many different things at once? Do you just put some things on the back burner? Do you just go at each goal 20 to 50% effort and move each of them slowly forward? Since the market in Denver is in such a such turnaround, hours to 3-day max, it has to be the major focus, meaning finding the house. So like today, I took a long lunch to go look at some houses, which means I needed to work late to make up the hours that day. One house went on the market this morning. By the time I got to it at 2 p.m., it already had 2 pending offers. That's crazy. Like, I'm still passionate about all my goals and doing everything I can to not waste any moments throughout the day, but I just don't have the energy or mental fortitude to do a 5 a.m. to 1 a.m. grind like you and other very successful people do. First of all, this is a great question. Thank you, Royal, he told me this on Skype. I said, hey, I need to make this a video. And I was just talking about 13 minutes. I swear to God, I just recorded the best video ever, and it's muted. It's so sad, but I still got all the thoughts in my mind. I was like a chemist putting this answer together. This is such a great question. It's such a great topic. And for me, I thought about this so much. And I think, and by the way, you mentioned me, I grind 5 a.m. to 1 a.m. That's not true. I grind like 8 a.m. to 1 a.m. But also, I don't have a wife. Okay, you got a wife. You got a job. Your layout of your life is different than mine. I built mine to be able to do that. And I built mine to also frame it in a way where I don't view it as work. I don't view it as I view going on social media as work. I view doing nothing on my phone as work. I don't view talking with you guys, making a video, going on the forums, exploring myself, reading a book like The War of Art. I don't view this as work. I don't view doing a podcast as work. I don't view figuring out ways to grow my business work. This is great. I feel like this ain't work. Like I got the word work out of my vocabulary. I'm trying not to say work anymore. Work hard. No, man, I'm doing what I love. I'm just not get carried away. I'm doing what I enjoy doing. What aspects do I love? I'm kind of starting to love it more. It turns out when you do something a lot, when you get better at things, you start to love it. You start to get passionate about it. And that's the point I feel like I'm hitting now, is that I'm just really passionate about what I'm doing. I don't view it as work. I view this as like exciting. I love doing this stuff. So you go back and you say, all right, we go back to the top. And for you, Royal, by the way, man, you've been putting on a ton of work, man. If you guys don't know Royal is crushing it. He's got all scheduled out. He's doing well with his job. He's got the family. He's got the wife. They just moved over to Denver, looking for a house, obviously. Working hard on his workouts. Working hard on his diet. Super smart guy. The way he thinks about things and frames things is fucking great. It's awesome. The guy is killing it right there. So when you see a question like this, I completely get what you're saying, and I get where you're coming from. And I'm going to give you an answer to this question, because I think it all really comes down to framing. So you say, how do you juggle so many different things at once? So from the outside perspective, I think people view me as I'm juggling a lot of things at once. And the answer is it's not really true. For me, what I've been doing and what I've been really just thinking about since I started the club is, how can I frame this differently? So instead of saying I got 7 things, I got the club, I got my eating and training, I got conversations, I have my family, I have my podcast, I have my content, I have my learning, I have fucking traveling. Okay, so that's a lot of things, right? Oh my God, a lot of things. Shit, right? I agree. I have social media, I have to fucking advertise, I gotta market, I gotta do all this stuff. How do you juggle that? It's all about framing. So now what I've done is I've created this funnel in my mind. And on paper technically too, and on spreadsheets, and with Jonah. So I have the funnel. Now instead of that, it's all for GTO Club. We got GTO Club right here. So all these things all pour into GTO Club. So we have my eating and my training. That's direct impact for GTO Club. The more that I work hard at diet, learning about working out, staying fit, working hard, putting my all into the gym, now I can better deal with everyone in the club. I can answer questions. I can give feedback. I know what the struggle points are. I know where the pain points are. I know how you can break past different points. Plus, it shows that, hey, I'm putting in work. It shows that, hey, I'm doing this. It shows when Royal sends me a message and says, hey, how the fuck do you work from 5 a.m. to 1 a.m.? The reason he can send me a message like that is because I'm putting in that effort. I'm putting in that consistent work as something like eating and training right there. And that just shows right there. So you got that. That's directly impacts the club. So funnels down into the club. Right from there, you have continued learning. How do I continuously learn, and how am I reading so much? How am I studying so much, taking courses? Well, it's a direct impact for the club. The more I learn, the more I know. The more I can help people, the more I can work with people, the more I can teach, the more I can coach. And what I found is that the more I focus on learning, the more I start learning from everything. I'm learning from making this video right now. I learn from every conversation I have. I'm having a conversation with Paul right now, our new member from Poland. He's talking about how he feels. He loves poker. He doesn't feel much outside of poker. Now I'm learning how to better answer that question because I've been in that exact spot before. So now I can give better feedback, and I can know what to say. I know what to think. I know exactly, a way, whether it's the right or wrong answer, who the fuck knows? That's certainly debatable. But I at least have an educated opinion about how to do it. And from learning these different things, that's how I can able to do something like that. Direct indicator, direct impactor right there. Conversations, once again, conversations with the group, conversations with other people, conversations with my friends, like while I'm here and traveling on the road. Those all benefit the club. I learn to talk to different people. I learn how to connect with someone. I learn what to say to someone. I learn how to get people to open up. I learn how to be vulnerable. I learn how to be a better friend. I learn how to be an asshole. I learn how to get the most out of people. I learn how to motivate people. So now I'm working on all that in these conversations. Once again, that comes back to the club. I have conversations with the club. I can talk about how to have conversations with other people in the club. I can give them advice, give them feedback, give them input on things. So kind of with, juggle so many things, I'm really not juggling so many things. When I have something like the podcast and the content, I can take a little break from that. I don't put focus on that for the period of time because the club's the main focus. So if I have to sacrifice something, then sometimes I have to sacrifice something. So podcast and content, that's okay being sacrificed for a couple days, for 5 days, for 6 days, whatever. And now this week I'm going to put out 4, and I built up a system that is going to be able to meet a frame that better. And I think it really comes down to framing. So you say, do you just put some things in the back burner? Yes, that's how it works. You have your values, you have your priorities, you have your main things you want to do. For yourself, you got your family right there. You got buying a house for your family. So instead of buying a house and your wife, it's kind of the same thing. It's not two things. You're not juggling two things like, fuck, I have to take care of my wife today. I got to buy this house too. It all kind of goes back to that, to the family. The house is directly impactful to the wife. You eating, you training, that's directly impactful to your relationship. That's directly impactful. I mean, it all goes together. So instead of it being 3 things you need to do, it's all basically just one thing. It funnels up to it. It's just a funnel to it. They all benefit each other. The house benefits the family. You having a house benefits your eating and trading because now you can have a regular place you live. You have a house at home. You have your equipment at home. Everything's at home. It all benefits each other. And for you, if poker and PLO need to take a little hit for a little bit of time, they need to take a little bit of hit for a little bit of time. That's just kind of how it goes. Unfortunately, that's how priorities work. And you talk about, do you just go at each goal 20 to 50% effort? Well, sometimes that's what you have to do. So for poker, if it can't be 100% effort, all your focus into it, well, the time that you can spend on it, whether it's 20 minutes, 15 minutes, for that period of time, you put all your focus into it. You get better at 100% focusing on that. And how you do that is you get better at 100% focusing on the things you're doing right now, the main values, the main priorities. If you're buying a house, your 100% focus is on that. You're not pissed off because you're not doing this, you're not doing that, you're not doing that. Because I used to be that way too. If I'm having a conversation, I'm like, man, fuck, I could be doing this, I could be doing the pod, I could be doing these 10 other things. All about framing. Now I frame it as, all right, I'm going to put my 100% focus into this, try to make this the best that I can make it. And then when I'm done with it, then I'll worry about what's on my list, what else I have to do, or not even a list really, of just a priority. Where my values lie and what is a priority for me to get done. And I found that if you're not able to do that in some of these main things, it's going to be tough to do it. If you can't do it for the club, well then you can't do it when you're talking with your family or when you're traveling. You're always going to be like having this feeling outside of your mind, like, man, I could be doing this, I could be doing that. Whereas when you train yourself to be able to focus 100% on what you're doing and try to do your best, it just becomes much easier, you become much more effective, you become much more efficient, and you start to enjoy the things that you're doing more. Like this. I'm doing this video the second time. I'm fucking enjoying this video. I love talking about this. And because it's such an interesting subject, and I've thought about this so much, and this is something I'm really working at doing, is implementing these systems in my life, framing these things differently, so that if I'm not getting some things done and everything he wants to do, so he said he's still passionate about all his goals, and he's doing everything he can to not waste any moments throughout the day, you just don't have the mental energy or mental fortitude, that's okay. You know what I mean? That's all right. For me, like I said, going with, spending time on social media or like watching a television show, that to me, I don't have the mental energy for that. I got the energy for this. That's something that requires me to like, oh fuck, man. That's tough for me to do. I'm you know what I mean? That's hard for me to do, but it's all about how you frame it, really. So if you say studying poker, like, fuck, man, that takes so much work. Well, then, you know what? When it comes time to studying poker, when you're tired at the end of the day, well, it's going to feel like fucking work. Whereas me, when I'm talking about studying poker, I want to study poker. I'm excited. I want to go study poker right now. But my priorities, where do my priorities lie? My priorities lie on GTO Club. I'm making this video and answering this question. I'm getting this video out there for other people that are in the group. That's where my priorities lie. So I can't remember if I said this in my last video or not, but this is something I've really been getting a lot better at these past couple months this year. Been thinking about this nonstop for the past 7-8 months. And in 6 months, I feel like I'm going to have this down so fucking good. I'm going to have this system down so strong. It's going to be crushing. I really can't wait. I feel like I built my club system up so strong. I built up a system for myself pretty strong with some work to do. Now I'm just focusing on, I got the main one, trying to build systems for all these other ones. Eating and training, the conversations, family, traveling, podcast, content, learning. Building up these miniature systems inside, but it all starts with that system from the bottom. And that's what I'm working at right now, and I feel like that's what we're doing pretty well. So, out there, all the guys out there, I feel like you can think about that with your own goals, with your own things you're going through. It's all about framing and how you look at it. Instead of it being 5 things, it's 1 thing. And those 4 things benefit that main 1 thing. It doesn't matter what you spend time on, which one. What's up? Come on in.
Hi.
You want to make a quick appearance? Are you naked?
Are you live?
No, I'm not live. I'm just recording a video, man. I'm answering a question for Royal. You probably can't give an answer to this question, but we got Ebony in the house. Say what's up, Ebs.
Hi, guys.
What's going on? You want to...
I just PR'd my back squat. I'm so excited.
Nice work. How much did you back squat?
200 pounds.
You back squat 200 pounds?
Yeah.
I don't believe it. They can't see you. You want to come say hi? Come make an appearance. You got any advice? How do you juggle?
Where'd you get this GTO lighting from?
I know, this is your lighting. This lighting looks amazing. I agree. Like, I'm glowing. My teeth look good.
I know, it's so great.
I know.
I kind of stink. I smell like work.
See, we just talked about that word, right? She views going to the gym as work. I view going to the gym as something I can't wait to fucking do.
No,
I can't wait to get it.
I love it. Are you kidding me? I'm excited.
She's kidding. She's kidding around. I hear her talk. Don't lie to people, Ebony. This is a true.
I love going to the gym.
Okay.
I love my gain. Look, you see how excited I am about my 200 pounds?
See?
You think I'd get somebody to be excited about if it was work? Work is good. It's perspective, right? That's what you told me.
Framing.
I
don't have work. I'm trying to kind of cut work from my vocabulary. I'm trying to cut it out. People view work in a negative connotation. They view work, they say they gotta work, they view it like, think about work, it's like, oh fuck, I don't wanna go to work. Like, this ain't work. People, you might think this is work. I'm making this for the club. This ain't work. I'm loving talking about this. This is a great question. It's a great subject to talk about because I learn a lot about myself from it.
Is that what this is today? You're talking about work? Non-work work?
I'm answering a fucking question. That's what I'm doing.
What's the question?
Listen, this is a question you're going to want the answer to. Well, I mean, actually, I don't know. So the question was...
It seems like a deep one.
It is a deep one. He's having a hard time juggling so many different things. Do you just put some things on the back burner? Or do you just go at each goal 20-50% effort and move each of them slowly forward? He said, I'm still passionate about all my goals and doing everything I can to not waste any moments throughout the day, but I just don't have the energy or mental fortitude to do a 5 a.m. to 1 a.m. grind like you and other very successful people do. That was the question.
And so what are you telling him?
Well, I just made the video. You got to watch the video tomorrow.
Oh, well.
I just made it. It's 14 minutes in. I made it twice.
Oh, you already answered?
The first time you have this thing on mute, it mutes itself, so I recorded it.
Was it flashing?
Yeah, it didn't even work. 13 minutes of fire and passion and fury, all wasted.
That's happened to me before. It sucks.
Nah, man, it didn't suck. It's okay.
Good practice.
Good practice, man. Got fired up about it. But yeah, that's the question. I would ask you for an answer, but I know you'd only be theorizing. I know you wouldn't actually be. Come on, I mean, you gotta be real here. This is a GTO club. We don't hold things back. It's a vulnerable place. There's people that know how to juggle things, and there's people that it's tough.
Yeah, but I have 2 kids, something you don't have.
So. See, I agree. That's something he's got. He's got a wife. He's got a family.
See?
He's got a house he's trying to buy right now.
Look, he's already ahead of the game because he's got a second parent. He's got two. You're in a 2-parent household. You're ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Bring your wife in on some of your goals.
Bring your wife in on some of your goals. That's a pretty good idea, actually. Yeah, I like that. Bring the wife in on some of the goals.
Tell her, like, these are the things that you're working towards, and these are, like, your most important. Mm-hmm. And if you think that there are areas that she can help you, then you talk to her about it and use her as motivation.
And if she can't, you fucking divorce her, right? No? I'm kidding. Am I?
No, but you definitely...
Listen, I gotta make you bet. If I had 2 kids, I'd bring my 2 kids into what I'm doing. If I was doing this, I'd have my 2 fucking kids right there. I'd have my boy Kate and my boy Jaden sitting here right now. My girl
Jaden keeps asking me when I'm gonna post. We have a ton of footage together, and she keeps asking.
That's what I'm saying. So you're giving this guy advice. You ain't even following your own advice. This is my point. This
really, because my son gives me a hard time about me going to work out. I told both of my kids to remind me and make me go to CrossFit, and they do.
Well,
you heard Kate yesterday.
You can also create some workouts here for yourself as well with your kids too.
I do that as well. We
race. I ain't seen it.
Because I've been working out. I've been going to the gym.
Okay.
But Kate worked out yesterday on his own.
When?
When you went, you were.
When I stepped outside for a conversation,
you were going somewhere.
A conversation.
Yeah.
GTO. Yeah. Then you just worked out during that time.
It was a 6-minute workout.
I believe you.
21:59 when you ain't got no time.
I believe her.
God.
You take off your shirt? I mean, no one's gonna see it. No, come on. What are you thinking?
I was joking.
What are you talking? You just literally pull it.
No, because this is how I take it off. I don't take off my shirt like this. This is how you know I'm joking. If I went like this, then you know I'm serious.
The guys are getting excited right now. Oh, Royal, he's got a wife. He ain't getting excited at all. No. You want to give them a call to action? Where can they find your videos, Ebony?
Ooh, on YouTube. On ebonykinney.com and Ebony_Kinney on Twitter. It's spelled Kenney, guys.
Maybe like 3 people watch this far, unfortunately, I tell you.
Sorry.
Okay.
Those are 3 people that I didn't have any contact with before now.
That's true. Bless me.
Bless you.
Thank you. All right, guys, that's it. I'm out. Peace out. Ebony, say goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Are you funny? No, you're not that bad.
I dried off. That's all. I dried off already.
Me? Oh my God. Okay, we're out.
I dried off already.
Okay.